welcome to another episode of Oshaya Day Trip Productions. Today is Thursday, October 30th of 2025. I have found my way out to the Eureka Springs area, and right now just kind of want to get out and enjoy the nice outdoors. Of course, as you can tell, fall is definitely in the air. So right now I am driving up to Leatherwood Lake City Park. And as mentioned, this is just in Eureka Springs. First time out here, so I just kind of want to take a look, see what it's looking like, maybe kind of get an idea if what the fishing is going to look like, what's the lake looking like, what's the picnic area looking like, and all that good stuff. And it's not too hard to find. It's just off of 62, Highway 62. And it looks like it's gonna stop here. It looks like they also have like some trails. And if I remember correctly, I believe that the trail was quite long, at 10 miles, I believe, roughly. I'm just kind of following this road around. There's a sign up off of 62 just telling you where the turn is at, and of course you could put this on GPS too. You should be able to find it easy enough. Alright, so I have arrived at my destination, and just like I said, you pretty much just follow the road all the way down. And the name of the park is called Lake Leatherwood City Park. Make out that sign right there. And as you can see, they got a playground for the kids. Looks like they got a swing set, a merry-go-round, all that good stuff. And it looks like also they have a visitor center down here. So of course we'll walk up and just kind of take a look. What those folks are doing right there, looks like they might be planting something. So just kind of walk down here and just kind of take a look, kind of check it out, see what it's looking like. So I'm here, it's probably about, I don't know, 10:30 or so. A little cool out, but it's a very beautiful fall day. And this right here is the visitor center. And it looks like they have a bait shop marina. They got boat rentals, boat ramp, Fuller Trailhead, Beacon Trailhead, and they got historic bathhouse. And then they got some RV sites, some campsites, and a trolley stop. Like before we head on in here, we're just gonna kind of step over and kind of take a look at what we got going on over here. Nice little photo op for you. And right here they give you a little bit of a map, what they got going on. And here's a couple of QR codes for you. So just kind of looking around a little bit. Looks like they got plenty of parking. I think there's some more parking kind of back up right when you first come in the entrance. And they got restrooms out here as well. And there's also in the air, there's a bike park. And if you want to make a reservation for camping, there's just some information right there. And of course you can bring out your pets, but they got rules and regulations for all that good stuff. And looks like, of course, we are just almost to Halloween. So they got some little Halloween ornament out. And it looks like right now they are indeed planting trees, so they are up there working. So they got a cute little pumpkin. That's cute. Got a nice little seating bench. And just kind of walking down a little bit. Of course, we had a lot of rain over the past few days, so it might be a little muddy, but not too bad. Of course, down there, that's the bait shop. And kind of looking at some of their benches out here, or some of their sitting areas. Looks like they've probably seen better days. And I guess that looks like it might be a swimming area. Oh yeah, okay. Of course, right now it is a little chilly out, so nobody's going to be out swimming. Just kind of give you an idea. Looks like they got a nice little dock out there. And it does say no lifeguard on duty, so if you come out here and decide to go swimming, be aware of that. Got a beautiful view. Not sure what that tall, I think that might be part of the dam out there. That tall, you can see building kind of sticking up over on the mountains over there. I guess this over here might be the, I don't know, I guess where the restrooms are. Kind of convenient in front of the swimming area. Walk down this way. Okay, so it looks like if you drive down a little further, this is, of course, the boat dock. Looks like they have a little bit of parking up here, you know, if you got on a boat in your boat trailer. Might be a good spot. Might be a little tight for a trailer, but there you go, nonetheless. Come down here and get a closer look at the water. See what it's looking like. Okay, says right there, there's a sign on that tree that says trailer parking. Of course, right now I'm just walking down the boat launch. And it says it is a no-wake lake. And some of the fishing regulations: no limb lines, no trot lines, no unattended fishing, and violators subject to fines. So right here must be one of the little trails. And it tells you here, stay on the trails and refrain from picking or removing any plants, mushrooms, stones, etc. I don't see any real fishing docks or anything. It's got the swimming dock and a boat dock. This is a beautiful view out here. Looks like they got a bunch of gunk in the water, it looks like. There's your classic car right there. And just kind of looking at this little trail right here that runs next to the water. It's gravel and rocks. Looks like they got a few roots kind of sticking out of the ground. So come out here to take a little hike. Just kind of keep that in mind. And we did, of course, as mentioned, did have some rain, but the trails don't look too bad. A little slightly muddy, but nothing extreme at all. Looks like you got quite a few lily pads. It's a beautiful day. Gotta love that view. And of course, this far up in northwest Arkansas, we don't have any alligators or anything to worry about. Of course, I'm sure there probably are snakes out here, but this time of year, not an overly, not a big concern by any means. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what the fishing would be like out here. It is pretty murky, but probably maybe if you got a boat or something, get out on the other side over there. Maybe there's some clear area kind of out that way. And it looks like, from what I understand, this is quite a large lake, so it looks like it goes all the way over there. I'll walk down here maybe 10 feet or so, just kind of get another vantage point of the water. It's very scenic out here, so if you want to come out and take some pictures. See, they got roots and stuff that kind of stick out in places. And this particular trail runs right next to the water. You see, it's a little muddy, but not too bad. Okay, so I walked up just up from the boat ramp up here to this little parking area, and just they have another little trail map right here. And it looks like this one here is called the Beecham Trail. And let's see. So it looks like the Beecham Trail is 3.5 miles. And just kind of looking around, looks like there is a Miners Rock connector, which looks like to be 0.1. And these are all the valley trails up here I'm looking at. Looks like the next smallest one is going to be the Ball Fields Loop, which is 0.6 miles. And then below they have ridgeline trails. And those are moderate to strenuous amounts of climbing. So a little bit more advanced. Okay. So, just kind of looking around, it looks like a, pretty safe area. I don't see any issues. Just wear hiking shoes if you want to take a small hike. Don't see any way fishing docks, so you're either going to be fishing off of the shoreline, or you're going to have a boat. And just kind of looking, you'd probably be better off to have a boat. Well, okay, so that is just a short little visit to Leatherwood's Lake City Park here in Eureka Springs. So I think what we're going to do now is just kind of head on up the road a little bit. Have one more place in mind I would like to visit for today, so let's roll. Okay, so one more thing before I leave Leatherwood Lake Park. I was walking back to my vehicle after using the facilities, and noticed they do have a nice little area here. We can have, looks like they have, you put a fire in, and of course they got tables out. You can grill out here too. And let's see. It says here that this is the Sal Wilson Memorial Pavilion, and it is a reservation site. So if you'd like to use this area, you can make a reservation at the Visitor Center, bait shop, or online at eurekaparks.com. So if you're looking for a pavilion, you got quite a group, want to come out and kind of enjoy a little bit of nature, and come out here and get you a little bit of your grilling on. Alright, now on to the next stop. Alright, so now I am at my next destination here in Eureka Springs for today. And I'm out here at the Thorncrown Chapel. First time out here, but I definitely wanted to come out, kind of take a look, and just kind of follow the signs. And there's a little bit of parking out here. It's not too busy right now. Most people seem to be going up to the actual chapel, but I wanted to kind of step down here for a minute, kind of take a look at the worship center. Looks like we might be able to take a step down, just kind of take a look, see what it's looking like. Of course, I can see this worship center. It is Thursday, so it is closed today. But no reason why you can't come down here and kind of admire the beauty from the outside. And it is an active chapel. So if you're interested in wanting to come out for a Sunday service, you can find that information online. Alright, so I think now we'll just kind of walk back up the stairs and just kind of head towards the chapel and just kind of see what it's looking like. It's about 11:15 or so now, so it's starting to fill in a little bit. Of course, as you know, Eureka Springs is a tourist destination, and it's fall time, pretty fall colors, so there will be people out and about, but it doesn't look too bad at the moment. One thing doing this channel, I always kind of like to give people kinds of heads up as just what parking's looking like, and you know, just what the crowd's looking like, so that way, you know, if you decide you want to come out, you know, if you're like me, you're not real big on crowds, you know, you have to kind of work around the weekends a little bit. Alright, this is what it's looking like. I think this was built 1950, I could be wrong. I'm kind of curious to know if they got any information on that on the inside. If they do, we will certainly check it out. And they also do accept donations. Okay, so it is now October 31st of 2025. Spent yesterday, went out to the Leatherwood Lake City Park, and also spent some time at the Thorncrown Chapel, both in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And right now, I'm out here at Holiday Island, kind of at a local fishing pier. And I do believe this beautiful lake over here is Table Rock Lake. And as you can see, it is quite a view. Visiting some family in the area, but I did want to kind of step out and kind of show you what it's looking like out here. And basically this little section right here is a handicap fishing pier. There's one on this side and there's one on the other side. And both of them just near the fishing dock. I think the name of this road here in Holiday Island is Shields Drive, I believe. Just kind of give you an idea where it's at. That up there, that's the island. That is kind of like timeshare units. And it looks like down here, looks like by the lake, they got a little nice little bench. And the sign right here just says Army Corps of Engineers, no vehicles beyond this point. But as you can see, if you want to come out, there is to the fishing pier. There's a little bit of parking. Kind of gonna take this little path down here, down by the lake. So if you want to come out, you can sit on this picnic table and have a nice lunch. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of let this camera roll a little bit just so you can kind of take in a little bit. Walk down closer to the water. So it looks like it is pretty level down on this end. So, you know, if you want to bring out your fishing gear, it looks like we definitely got some fish out in the area. Come out here and do a little bit of fishing. It's pretty much just gravel and reeds at this point in time of the year. Something definitely out there in the water. Got a fish out there jumping. So it's definitely not a bad spot at all. Like you got a picnic table on this end. Just kind of show you, they got a picnic table over there on that end, and that over there, that's the boat slips. Might as well just kind of walk up this way for a minute. And the water out here is very clear and very beautiful. So I see a bunch of minnows out there. And of course, Holiday Island, they have, of course, just outside of Eureka Springs, so this is going to be your vacation spot. Now, as mentioned, they do have a timeshare out here. I think it's part of Wyndham. Not sure if you can, if you could rent a place out there without being part of timeshare. I don't know much about it. But I do believe the boat dock, it's a public boat dock out here. Looks like you can just kind of walk all the way around. Not bad at all.